Hey, I'm Ben Lee, and I'm here chatting with Milky.
I remember their parties, everybody talking just a little too loud. I passed my bedtime, maneuvering.
Parents Get High is, it's incredibly complicated. It's about parents, being those that have begotten children, getting high. And yeah, it's about that. It's about kids take out any nature, chaos or trauma or anything, and just the basic idea of kids looking at their parents sort of in an adult playground going, what's happening in there? What is this private world that I'm not included in? What type of existential or mystical experiences are my parents having that I'm too young to understand? Well, in the beginning of the song, the opening line is, I remember their parties, everybody talking just a little too loud. So it was very natural to extend that to the idea of me being a kid at a party. And I love throwing parties. I've always thought that, in a way, the way I've always done my career is a little bit like hosting parties, whether it's putting on gigs or guests coming in to play on records. I just love getting creative people together and seeing what happens. So it gave me this chance to almost throw this digital party in the metaverse. Yeah, it was just like putting together this kind of perfect eclectic guest list of icons only, and just writing to people going, do you want to be part of this? It's going to be super weird. Send me a video of yourself making these 5 different expressions and then trust me. And that's how it happened. I honestly love everybody. I love giving people invitations where you see that they're allowing themselves to kind of be a kid again. And so there's kind of people that are being loose and playful in a way that is sort of unexpected. I don't know, everyone was so amazing. There's a part of the song where I'm talking about how sensing there's a world that you're being kept out of as a kid, and there's a lyric in there, but lovers share glances and give themselves away. And I think that is sort of what it's like when you're left out of a situation, when you see those little knowing glances between people, and you're like, what's going on here? Honestly, a lot of the rehearsal for these shows was meant to take place 2 weeks ago between me and Justin Stanley, and we both got COVID. So we ended up not being able to figure out the exact plan, and I've just rented a bunch of gear. So there's going to be a bunch of gear on stage, and then we're going to play it. For me, the fun has always been not knowing what's going to happen when you get up on stage, so I guess maybe unconsciously I engineered the situation this way. Well, yeah, playing live goes beyond the music, and it's about creating an atmosphere. It's like hosting a party where you're actually creating a space for people to have an experience, and I'm sort of really aware that the performance is only a small part of that. There's people coming at the end of their day who are going through their own decisions they've got to make, things they're grappling with, stresses, desires, fears, and really what you're thinking about when you watch a performance is often yourself. You're sitting there thinking about your life, or standing there thinking about your life. So I kind of think of it as like a show is a container for people to have their own experiences and maybe get some clarity on it. I'm really looking forward to playing. I'm going to play a medley of songs that aren't on any of the albums. I'm going to do a medley of songs all written about me. So it's probably going to open with the Moldy Peaches, I Wish I Was Ben Lee, segueing into the Klinger song Ben Lee, segueing into the Ataris song Ben Lee, segueing into the Chaser song Ben Lee. I honestly think what's made my life fun is that I'm like a yes guy. I say yes to things. And people always ask me about my plans as if it's possible to have planned a career like mine. It's about being open to opportunity and seizing opportunity when it comes through the door. And in every area of my life, all the fun has come from that. You know, me and my wife just think there's not enough podcasts out there. It's just like a very undersaturated market. No, I don't know. Me and my wife, like from the day we got together, we have not been able to shut up to each other. And at a certain point, the only choice is to start a podcast. I mean, it was very literal. I remember my parents' parties. My dad loved to smoke cigars, and he was very involved in the Labour Party and unions and stuff. So it was a real, like, it's just like great, like, working class. At that time, Bondi was quite working class, and there was like a lot of, he had a lot of like Maori biker friends. So it was just like really eclectic vibe. And I do remember just this particular... The volume was just a bit louder than it needed to be in the way people talked. And that for me was like set off the compass of like, something's going on here. It's probably me. It's always me. I talk too loud. My wife is always telling me, just dial it back a little bit. I'm sitting right here. There's no need to be yelling. I have a fairly fluid relationship to sleep. I can go through periods where like I'm in bed at 9 o'clock and sleeping, and other times where I'm up till all hours. I mean, I think I approach sleep in the same way I approach everything, which is creatively. I'm not a good floor sleeper. My friend who's Japanese says Japanese people are the best at sleeping anywhere, and it's kind of true. Like, you'll see businessmen sleeping in the streets drunk and stuff, but he would sleep on a surfboard without a pillow. But I don't have that. I'm way too Jewish to sleep on a surfboard, I guess. I'm reasonable at keeping secrets. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I have a pretty innate sense of what the stakes are with certain secrets. I remember when I was little, some older kids, I was probably about 8, and some 11 or 12-year-olds said, "Do you know what 69 is?" And I just looked at them and I was like, "No, what is it?" And he looked at me and he goes, "A fucking formation." And that's brilliant. Isn't that brilliant? What an amazing phrase. A fucking formation. Which 11-year-olds talk like that? It's like a character from Succession. I mean, as a parent, you tend to be the one doing the secretive glances, because your kids get more... Like, my daughter now is almost 13, so she picks up on anything. You could be whispering at the other end of the house, and I'll just hear, "What are you guys talking about?" So keeping secrets is, like, near impossible. I remember playing Mad Scientists, where we all had to keep an incredibly serious demeanor, and if you saw anyone laughing, they were out. Last person I hugged, I think I just hugged Jess Rowe. The last dream I had last night, I dreamed about Tim Heidecker. I can't remember what it was, but it was very pleasant. I woke up feeling like, oh, what a nice guy.
I remember their party.
Yesterday, I had my new release thing playing on Spotify, and I was listening to the new Wilco single. It's probably the new... What a dad answer. Do you get any more of a dad answer than that, Wilco? My plan for the future is to be increasingly attentive and loyal and committed to whatever ideas excite me. I love the song Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny. It just expresses some type of yearning or sorrow and beauty that it's hard to put into words. Well, the mystery of expansion of consciousness is, the easy answer is people get high to escape the stresses of life, but I think it's more than that, because every culture in human history, I think with the exception of Inuit culture, has had mind-expanding substances, and because they didn't have any vegetation because of the weather. So there's something deeper than that. There's something that, it's almost like what we are is intimately connected to our desire to expand our consciousness. I don't know the answer. That's why I end the chorus with, oh my, oh my.